Hi, we are going to paint this beautiful sunset today with acrylics. It should be golden hour. The golden hour comes for a few minutes in the morning and evening. You can use any acrylic paint brand, canvas board or stretched canvas. So I'm using 10 by 12 inches stretched canvas for this painting. I'm starting with applying cerulean blue. That's one of my favorite colors. So I've not used water. I'm taking the paint and applying directly. So I'm applying for the sky. It's going to be a beautiful orangish and reddish clouds and its reflection. So I have a mix of blue and white, which is a light blue. I'm applying at certain places. I'm adding more white, and I'm not looking for a wonderful blend. So kind of rough strokes I'm trying to maintain in this painting. So it's always good practice to paint on the sides in the stretched canvas. So these white spaces I'm going to fill with yellowish, orangish and reddish, maybe some magenta also I'm going to apply. Such a vibrant and beautiful sky we are going to make it. So I use vermilion hue, red and permanent deep yellow, mixing them to get this orange. So I'm applying orange as the first coat. So I'll be adding more yellow somewhere, I'll be adding more red somewhere, starting with this orange. So in acrylic you can plan and go with the layers. So first I'm applying this layer. So then the kind of middle layer it's not bright or not dark, so it's middle color I'm applying. So I can apply, after this I can apply bright colors, some yellow mixed with white somewhere and some red also I can apply. So planning to keep the sunrise in the center. In the left I'm already started applying more red. So kind of this video is played at double speed. So if you want you can pause it and you can check it and work on it. Okay, some yellow mixed. So I'm just filling this area now. So don't worry much about it. Now I'm going to add some bright spots. So instead of applying yellow directly, you can mix a little bit of white. Then it becomes more opaque and easy to handle in acrylic. If not, it will be very transparent and you have to apply a couple of layers for that. Okay, so I need to fill up these portions with the red, the reflection area with more red. So I'm not worried about blending here in this artwork. So in this artwork I'm just roughly applying the colors. So to the viewers, the colors together they create a beautiful scene, the impressionistic scene. So Vincent van Gogh and so many hundreds and thousands of artists do that impressionistic style of paintings. So whenever I apply color in the top, I'm trying to apply somewhat the reflection in the bottom also, the lower half also. I'm trying to define the volume of the cloud in the top and the highlight where we would get the yellowish highlight. So almost we are getting the scene. All it is required is the middle line for the horizon. Okay, so now I'm applying some magenta also, which adds a soothing thing, a transition between the blue and red. Magenta makes it happen. So touching the magenta mostly on the edges. There is a small white space I left in the right bottom, so I'm going to make some bushes, some plants in chill out later. So I'm enjoying applying this magenta. The blue color what you see is a little more darker, so somehow the camera and lights do not get the cerulean blue properly. So after I do the photograph, I need to do some color correction to get it. So I've taken some burnt umber brown, which is a dark brown. So mixing the red and dark brown and doing the horizon, thin line for the horizon. It's quite interesting, just very thin line we are putting, and this beautifully separates this beautiful sky and the water reflection. So later we have to work on many horizontal lines would be coming in the water. Okay, now so I'm filling this area in the right with the mix of dark brown and black. Could be some darker clouds. So like this. So I'm using my favorite thin brush, number 6 flat brush. I just love this brush. Probably you can try it. This is Daler and Rowney. Very good quality. Flat number 6 brush. System 3 series of brushes. So observe the circular direction whenever I make strokes for the cloud. So I'm adding the depth now. So first we started with a simple red or orange, then I added highlight. Now I'm adding the depth. So these three tones makes so wonderful depth and gives reality, depth to any object. Any subject, I would say. Okay, so now I'm planning for some distant set of trees there. So I have not used black directly. I'm mixing brown and black. So now it looks like more of brown. So later I can touch black somewhere if it is required. This brush is very beautiful. So with a little bit of addition of water, the paint is in a condition where I can make very thin and beautiful lines. Just adding all the plants there. Using the edges of the brush to make a leaf-like thing. So I don't want this to be taller and block the bright and beautiful view of the sky. So making it a little shorter. So even further you can change, you can go to a very thin brush and make fine lines. So now I am using black directly, but you see that there is a brown also, you will be able to see. So there is a varying tone with the brown and black, so that gives depth. So a little later I might make some highlights also in this area. So this black I'm touching at a few places in the sky, and this turns out to be very dark. So a mix of brown and red, some touching over the black and bringing down the blackness, reducing the dark black. But still overall it helps to create the depth for the cloud. So working out some kind of reflection of that dark tone. So when it comes to water, so you have to work for the clouds and all the shapes you have to make it. Then finally you have to make a lot of horizontal lines. The ripples what we see in the water for them. It could be light and could be dark. So an element of human elephant I'm trying to add. So a small boat we can add, and somebody fishing there. So this is my thin flat brush. I'm just planning the boat here. So I don't want the boat to be bigger and engage the viewer. So I want it to be smaller. So I want this beautiful sunset to dominate. So I'm making this boat very small. So that's about the boat. So now I'm using a number 1 or number 2 round brush, making the human. It's quite simple. Just you make a make a triangle. Then for the head, you make a small round. That's it. Making a thin line so that he is holding a stick for fishing. So working on the reflection also. So I used to SPB. SP Balasubramaniam is one of my most favorite singer all time. So I love one of his beautiful song, and it's written by great poet Vairamuthu in Tamil. It is Iduvaru pon maalai poludhu vaanamagal naanugiral veru udai thedugiral. That means it's a golden hour and beautiful evening, and the sky is lady of sky is changing its dress, and she is very shy about it. So she is going to night dress and very shy about it. So blush and see all the red happens due to that her shyness. So that this song even lingers in mind for a long time, and I used to imagine about it. So this painting, I decided to make this beautiful colorful painting. Trying to suit the line of the poet. So I'm trying to make it very vibrant and colorful. Okay, so now I'm taking pure white and applying somewhere where the sun setting. So I'm not trying to define the sun as a round sun, scattered white light. And look at the kind of horizontal lines I make. That's how the reflection you see in the water. So try this painting, it should be easy and you should be very happy when you finish it, and keep it at a distance and enjoy seeing this painting. This can take you to different domain and give you a beautiful, great feeling. I feel it is more red during the evening because the scattering of light is more compared to the morning. So the evening is more of reddish. So I'm taking this light blue and making lines with these light blue also. So that's a fun and easy part of the acrylic. You can keep adding colors. But with the right planning, you can minimize the layers and you can do efficiently with the right planning. So I take art classes also. So you can visit my site and check. It is cuckoo.in, CUCKOOO.in. So you can visit and check about various art classes. I take art classes for the kids as well as the seniors, sketching and oil pastels, watercolor and acrylics and all that. Even portrait, figurative drawing. So this my cuckoo bird witnessing this beautiful sunset. So now I'm using my number 1 small brush, adding more thin lines. But you need to mix the right amount of water. Little bit of water should be there with the paint, and it dries quite quickly. So you need to dip very often and keep the brush wet. So almost in the similar skies and evenings, I have tried few more variations also with a bigger boat and all. I'll show you at the end. So now I'm making some highlights. Some thin lines for the boat and just one thin line for the distant trees. Adding flying birds and their reflection. So I'm done with this painting. So what I do now, I'm using my palette knife, small palette knife. So I'm using all the excess paints and just directly applying there in the paint. So that gives a nice feel, a coarse, rough feel, and gives a good contrast too. So it adds to the Impressionism style. So I kind of didn't want to waste the paint and giving excess paint back to the painting. Okay, so enjoy. Hope you also enjoying this beautiful golden hour. Celebrate this life. So after a small color correction, the painting looks like this. So I've tried these variations of a boat in the right and another one with another type of boat. They together looks like this. Double delight, isn't it? Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Kindly subscribe if you have not and share with your friends. Thank you.